Hello, hail and welcome. Can't shit out your eyes every time. They're just gonna come out the normal end. You don't know how hard I can clench. Maybe I'm special. No, we're gonna be continuing Rogue Trader. Last time we finished with the starport, and this time we are going to visit an Adeptus Mechanicus monastery to find out what the fuck is going on with that. There's a mysterious tech adept that's gone there. The inquisitorial interrogator we're looking for might have gone there, so it does seem to be the natural next step in our journey. Doing good, eating some lunch, doing chores, been playing a crap ton of Slay the Spire 2. I hear that's so good. I hear that's amazing. You don't know me. Exactly. I'm not getting Slay the Spire 2 because I know if I got it, I would play it and love it for about 5 runs. And then I would kind of run out of steam and stop playing it. I don't have the patience the kind of patience that roguelikes require, where you need to do the same run over and over until you get it right. It's just not my kind of thing. But I do hear it's really good, and all the people who like that kind of thing really like it. I didn't know it had multiplayer. That's interesting. You like deck building roguelikes? It's an 11 out of 10. That's what I hear. Just improved on Slay the Spire 1 without making anything worse, making it better in almost every way. That's amazing, because Slay the Spire 1 was already really good. So that is pretty amazing. We were done talking to people last time. So I think next we are just gonna jump right into it. Go to Rakad Minoris. Bunker. Oh yes, the electrodynamic Cenobium. That is the name of the sorry, that is the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus monastery. Sounds made up. Well, let's head there. I can have 6 party members. See, I was worried that I would be missing someone for this because I had picked up Pascal and I thought you could only have a 5-man party in this. But it looks like you can have a 6-man party, which means I can actually get 1 more companion in my team. So I'm looking forward to that. I do know that there is a Space Marine you can get. I know you can get an Arbitrator. I think there's even a Drukhari that you can recruit. We'll cover the landing area, ladyship. Glory to the Von Valancius dynasty. Alright. Well, let's start by looting their landing port. I'll take all of that.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Welcome, Jaegernaut. Good to see you. And congratulations on the new, walk-on. I'm glad it works. I hope you enjoy it.
Nothing's impossible for this old officer.
Ooh, an extra medkit, a frag grenade. Take that. Who do I want to give the frag grenade to? You know what? I'll take it. Might come in handy. Yeah, he paid for it yesterday. I set it up after yesterday's stream, so today is... this right here was actually everybody's first time hearing it.
The whispers taught me how.
Judging by the dead people's equipment, they were the same wardens the governor sent to the monastery's aid.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
Oh, this looks cool. Don't look like a rogue trader anymore. You look kind of like a sniper. Yeah, that's because I'm wearing a helmet and carrying a sniper rifle on my back. I can
They say a little bit of humility never hurt anyone.
can
I help others better than
switch it
myself
up a little bit by
wholeheartedly
switching to my pistol and my sword.
humiliating them at every step.
But yeah, it's because I found this Helm of Determination. +2 fellowship and plus 10% armor. That just seemed too good to pass up. It doesn't look great, but it has good stats. I could do that. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I will... Yeah, doesn't matter with him. I can do this. I think that looks nicer. Nothing says don't fuck with a merchant like a businessman with a sniper rifle. Yeah, don't underestimate me just because I'm merchant cast.
It's about time.
This isn't the clans. Open the gate? Sure. The generic hymn awakens the gate's latching mechanism. I almost cancelled stream today. I'm feeling even lazier than usual these days. But I ended up not doing it, and I'm glad I didn't. Heretics were killed swiftly and ruthlessly. They never had time to reach for their weapons. Guess that's telling me this place has very strong defenses.
Glory be to the current of the motive force. May its dulcet light shine in our nospheric coronas. May its vitality nourish our augments. May its purity wash over our imperatives and engrams.
As far as I am aware, the monastery supplies power to several major hive cities on Rykad. Hidden somewhere in the depths of this building is a reactor of monstrous, unfathomable power.
How crazy are the spring weather changes in your country? It's not too bad here. Mercifully quick electric shock was not what killed this cultist. His face is contorted in pain. as if he was tortured. I mean, there's a little bit of back and forth between cold and hot, but I wouldn't call it crazy at all. You note that wire junctions are often marked with the symbol of a key that appears to connect two lines. That makes sense. I see loot, so let's head to the left first. There are no wounds on the heretic's body, but his face is contorted in terror, and his eyes are bloodshot from ruptured vessels.
I'm not satisfied with that answer. I will repeat my question again. The last electro-priest you killed, where did you find him?
Burn in the fire of dawn, servant of the corpse emperor!
Another one meets the limit of his utility. The last of them.
Would you look at that? Hello there. The tall, dark-haired man sizes you up with a quick glance. A supernatural chill is making the air around him crackle softly. The expensive fabric of his jacket is stitched with gold thread and marked by several reddish-brown stains. A foresword and a vox hang from his belt, and the emblem of the Holy Inquisition glitters on his chest. Think he's a bad guy? I mean, depending on your perspective, he is Inquisition. Interrogator Van Kallax, I presume.
Yes. Well, since you know who I am, and are in no hurry to kill me, I infer that you serve the Emperor, not his enemies. Allow me to introduce myself. Interrogator Heinrichs Van Kellogg's of the Imperial Inquisition's esteemed Ordo Xenos. With whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Shadow. A great big sun-eclipsing, chain-weaving shadow. I can see the threads, myriads of them extending toward us all, and all of them creeping off toward him like snakes, shrouding us in poison. My, oh my, do I sense trouble, and it's right in my throat. It itches.
A psyker. Interesting. And a diviner at that. Even more interesting. Are you sanctioned?
Don't you Inquisition me! I'm under the Rogue Trader's protection!
Idira is a member of my personal retinue, and is indeed under my protection.
Your retinue, you say? Then let's go back to my previous question. With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
I like how respectful he is. At least for now. I usually when I see Inquisitors in lore, they're quite a lot more aggressive and pompous than this. This is kind of a welcome breath of fresh air. Rogue Trader Teophania von Valancius.
Von Valancius? To the best of my knowledge, that dynasty is headed by the esteemed Theodora von Valancius. Has there been a change of circumstances?
Theodora is dead, slain in battle by enemies of humanity.
The news is lamentable. My condolences. And I presume the heir to the sacred warrant of trade and the lofty title of Rogue Trader is none other than yourself. Well then, what precisely has brought you to the sanctum of the Omnissiah?
What did you do to him?
I convinced him to cooperate. I can influence living bodies, and I find that the interrogated are much more eager to share information once the blood starts to boil in their veins.
Oh, so a biomancer. Well, I am here to collect you. I am under orders from the Lord Inquisitor to offer any assistance you may require, after which I am to provide you safe passage to Footfall aboard my ship.
Then the timing of our meeting is fortuitous. I am requisitioning you and your retinue for my task.
Requisitioning? Young man, your choice of words is unseemly to the point of insult. You're addressing a rogue trader.
I don't imagine you'll be any happier if I say taking into inquisitorial custody. I came to Rykad Minoris on a mission, which a rebellion prevented me from fulfilling. The governor is convinced that malcontents from among the rabble were the instigators, but I immediately suspected a more sinister presence at the root of the mutiny. My visit to the monastery and a few unhurried conversations with some of the rebels confirmed my suspicions. Someone by the name of Aurora is leading the rebellion. Data indicates that the head of the cultists is here right now, in the sanctum of the ancient reactor. Given the prophecy of the final dawn, and the special efforts made by the enemies of humanity to seize the monastery, their goal is to gain access to the holy power source's control circuit and trigger a process that, once started, cannot be stopped. In other words, to detonate the reactor, thus being themselves the cause of their much-touted...
That is exactly what I guessed last time.
Blasphemous insanity.
The tech priest's visor flashes and turns a bloody scarlet. A soft hum of some activating systems is heard from under his robe. Precisely what were you doing at the monastery?
I arrived here with an escort squad, only to lose it in our very first open skirmish. The monastery is swarming with heretics. The soldiers I requisitioned from the governor fell in battle, bled to death, or deserted. I had to make do with catching and forcefully interrogating individual rebels. It is from them that I learned what I relayed to you just now.
Ah, Gaming, welcome! Thank you for lurking. Enjoy yourself. Well, I can help you with Aurora. Let's join forces.
Thank you. Regrettably, the governor's people showed themselves to be unprepared for the perils of this place. And extracting blade shards from a person's stomach is beyond my powers. I hope that a rogue trader's retinue will prove more capable than a group of soldiers fresh off the base. I am positive that not all of the electro-priests within these walls have perished. The heretics spoke of shadows emerging from side alleys to make short work of the cultists invading their abode. I surmise that the entrance to their hiding place is somewhere in the hall, near a machine known as the Circular Cogitator. I imagine it's one of the local sacred relics which the electro-priests treat with special piety.
Ooh, yes, join my retinue. Okay, what are we working with here? What are we working with? Yes, yes. Yes, yes, go away. I am eager to look at... I mean, I want to say Heinrichs, but he said Heinrichs. Multi-weapon skill, strength, toughness, agility, decent dodge, even wearing a flak vest, perception, willpower, high law Zenus. And he is somewhat dogmatic for now. He is a warrior. Let's see what we're working with here. He can charge, he can endure, he has daring breach, just like Abelard, Word of the Emperor. +1 resolve. Ooh. That seems really good. An iron arm. Ooh. Nice. Talents. Let's see see, rigorous training. Charge and slash do not end the warrior's movement and grant bonus dodge. Let's train with melter weapons. He's very trained with Lord Zenus. Sanctic powers. A concentration of faith. Sanctic powers are used by pious psychers. Dogmatic follower, dogmatic adherent, humanity's finest. That's like the stat bonus, right? Yes. Sanctioned Psyker Biomancer, Biomancy, Leaking Ether. Oh, that's a ship thing. 5 ranks available. And he has good reputation with the oh, no, I think that's just my reputation. Yeah, and my profit factor. That has nothing to do with him. Agent of the Golden Throne, Interrogator of the Ordo Zenus, right hand of Lord Inquisitor Xavier Calcazar. Heinrich van Kallox, a sanctioned psyker in the service of the Holy Order of the Emperor's Inquisition, is bestowed with many titles and considerable powers which he directs towards one goal, the fight against the enemies of humankind. Van Kallox is aboard the Von Valancius void ship by order of the Lord Inquisitor. In his battle against servants of the archenemy who threaten the Coronis expanse with untold calamity, Heinrich is ready to sacrifice the remains of his own humanity. But if he does, will he then be any different from the monsters he fights? Cool, cool. So we have ads starting in a couple of minutes. I will be going to pee when the ads start, but I will just keep playing as soon as I get back because I will be leveling this guy up. And that's gonna take a while. So, you know what? I think I'm gonna start the ads early just to get them out of the way. So I'm gonna run the ads now, go use the bathroom, and then we will come back and do some leveling up. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright, I am back. Let's get to work leveling this guy up. So first we pick a talent. We have some standard warrior stuff.
Ah, praise be, my lord. Another able warrior has joined our cause.
Kibdilos, welcome. Thank you for the follow. We are just leveling up the newest member of our retinue here. Can I get any cool psychic powers? There we go. Get Psycho Minoris. No, I'm not high enough level for that. Actually, I can. So that would give him more psi rating. Biophysical distortion. All the Psycho's attacks, including attacking psychic powers, now poison the enemies. Ooh, that seems really cool. Let's give him that. And then choose a characteristic. Let's give him extra toughness. Yeah, that would be good. Let's get him to 35 toughness. 40 toughness. Now we get to pick an ability. Reckless Strike. Sworn Enemy. Ooh, Sworn Enemy seems sick. Purge Soul deals from 2 to 5 damage. Sworn Enemy sounds like you and your co-workers. Oh no. Do you work in a toxic working environment, Kibdelos? Also, where is the emphasis in your name? Is it Kibdelos, emphasis on the first I, or is it Kibdelos, emphasis on the second I? Not yet, but you're working on it. Oh, that's funny. Proper is on the first, so Kibdelos. Got it. I'll try to remember to pronounce it like that then. Damage is increased by 50% against Xenos, 100% against Chaos Worshippers, 150% against Demons. Damaged. No, I don't like Purge Soul. Shield of the Emperor. Ooh! Oh, that seems good. I might get that. Don't want another discipline. All targets within the area suffer -5 to strength and agility. Nah, don't like that one. Restores 5 wounds to the target. Yes, let's give him the ability to heal. Choose skill. Let's pump this guy's Lorzinus. I'll bring him to 45. I think I might rather have... I think I'd rather get some weapon skill. Common talent. Hymns of Hatred. Nah. Psalm of Heroes. Nah. Let's do Sanctified Slayer. Let's get even more Lore Xenos. A talent. Thick skin, make him nice and tanky. And then a special ability for Daring Breach. Let's do This one complete. There we go. All right. Bit of an aside. Now we have another member of our party.
Tolerate weakness.
What do you have for me? Improved armored body glove. I don't think I have one of those. And an auto gun. I'll take one auto gun. Come to love Rogue Trader. Played it yourself 2 months ago. I'm still very early in it. I am really loving it so far. But I haven't seen most of it. So I've done the prologue, then I've gone to the starport, spoken to the planetary governor, and now I'm here in the Adeptus Mechanicus monastery. And that's all I've done. So still quite early on, I assume. And actually, let's have a look at Heinrich's equipment. See if we can do something. See if we can do something better than this Flak West. 25 with 75 modifier. I mean, that's just a straight upgrade. Sure, I'm halfway done already. I will be so disappointed if that were the case. I would be so disappointed. So since he gets bonuses based on his armor, I think we give him the chainmail. He still has a 52% dodge chance, 30% armor. He has a Biomancer's staff that allows him to siphon life. Ooh, and then he has an auto pistol and a force sword. I probably can't trump the force sword in any way. But maybe I can do something better than the auto pistol? Like, would a last pistol be better? I don't think it would. No. Alright. Armor. He is not heavy armor proficient. Like some of the weapons have extra abilities, such as swords give parries. Yeah. I know. But I mean, he already has a force sword, so he already has that. +3 bonus. Is he any good at Lore Imperium? 30. That's not especially impressive. I'm way better. Alright, so that's not really relevant. Any of these capes? No, none of these capes are all that useful. None of this, none of this. Alright. I think that's all we're gonna do as far as his equipment goes. Now, formation. Do this. And that is the opposite of what I want. I want myself and I think Idira at the back. 2 fighters in front. Yeah. That is our desired
Follow my lead.
desired formation. You can do sounds now. Glad to hear you're feeling better, Zahel. How was the what did you say it was? A birthday you were at? Some kind of celebration? How did it go? Other than leaving you overstimulated. Birthday party for your niece. Well, I hope everyone had a good time. Okay, so that seems dangerous. Can I shut that off in some way? No. Wait, tech use. Yes, I can. Okay. So I'm not gonna go this way. Well, kids, one of them has issues with not yelling. Oh. Oh no. I'm gonna go try going the other way first. I'll come back to that.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'll lay claim to the stars. On the melodies of machine spirits and the ways of diagnostic divination. In other words, how to find out what's wrong with your machine and fix it. Cultists were killed with a hit to the back from some kind of electric weapon. Ooh, the circular cogitator. Let's have a look at that. Oh, here we go. Hello, Electro-Priests. You shall be purified by the motive force, blasphemer.
Take a knee and bow.
I did not want to fight these guys. Electro-Priest. I have 2 deflection and 20% armor. They don't have a lot of dodge. Shock healing. Stars 10 wounds each time they suffer shock damage. I figured they would have something like this. Okay. Which means that I probably shouldn't lightning arc them. I'm guessing that counts as shock damage. Makes sense if it does. Let's see. Forewarning, Psychic Shriek. How tough are they? 36 each! Oh, yikes. I'll get to cover. Blind this guy. Let's see, I have 3 left. Need 2 for my pistol burst. So if my exploits are on this guy. 1. I don't think exposed weakness is worth it. I think analyze enemies. You know what? I think I should Psychic Shriek rather than Pistol Burst. It's her turn. And this is a shitty position. Actually,
Rejoice in
recital. And then just do a full burst on this guy. Ah, missed one of them. I missed two of them. If I had hit one of those...
Doubt is for the weak.
run and gun. Just to stay put and fire again.
None can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Get one of them down. Before they rush me down.
I've suffered worse.
I'll live another day.
Alright, Heinrichs. Electro Priest is such a good name. It is. It is a very cool name. Where's the Emperor? Oh, I have to position myself first. Let's go down here. Word of the Emperor.
For the throne's glory.
Okay, I don't want to cleave, I just want to do a regular slash. So I want to iron arm myself, I think.
Let's see to it.
Then I have one more action point, so I
But
can
of course,
draw.
Lord Captain.
Strike this guy.
Naturally. Holy terror! Smite your enemies!
Now Abaddon, he's gonna fight this guy here to the front. Go up here.
Tried and
Brace for
tested
impact.
tactics are the best ones. I will do my duty.
Taunting Scream would affect these two. Seems fine. And then just what's this? Star defense. No. It's just strike.
It will be done. Target well struck.
Ooh, nice follow up with the shield bash. Ooh, parry and riposte.
Stop mocking me.
Right, Teophania. Let's see. Just have to remember. Okay, so I think we want Avalon to take care of one of these. So you serve me, Avalon.
Problem for me?
Voice of command, Abalon. Then bring it down on Abalon. As they don't call them electromancers. Yeah. I mean, that could be another fitting name for them.
At your beck and call.
Then don't need to do that to anyone, I think. Nobody is suffering any effects. Put it on Avalon. If it gives him any more temporary hit points. Now, Pasquale. Is anybody nearby to heal? We're definitely doing Machine Spirit Communion. Like so. We can sweep, we don't want to do that. We can brutal strike. We can strike. But sweep inflicts bleeding. There are no friendlies in the sweep area anyway, so let's sweep.
The Omnissiah now veterate you, machine spirit.
There we go. Now Idira, she is stuck in close combat. Forewarning on Argenta. And then, let's see, 8 to 12. This doesn't say how much it does. 4 to 8. So it's better to strike with my sword. However, before I strike, also cleave, there's no point in that. I have 2 more points to spend. Is this guy sensory deprived? No. Oh, let's make him sensory deprived.
Was that you?
There we go. And then, how many exploits are on you? 6. So that would be quite a lot, actually. I can't do both. I don't have the action points for that, so let's just expose weakness. And then strike. There we go. Argenta, she doesn't want dash to here. I think this is, yeah, this opens up friendly fire. I have to do single shots, which means just do 1 single shot, unfortunately. In that case, might as well reload and then put a shot into him. Aha! Now Heinrichs. Word of the Emperor again.
For the throne's glory.
And then I think if I move here, it's going to provoke an opportunity attack, so I'm not going to do that. I could charge, that probably wouldn't provoke an opportunity attack. Let's see who's wounded. Idira is a little bit wounded. So let's invigorate Idira. And then let's charge. Oh, target is too close. So we just strike this guy. That's all we do. Abelard.
Victory is imminent.
Endure. Strike this fellow. Killed him, which frees me up to then charge this guy. There we go. Lovely. Oh, yeah. Opportunity attacks are dangerous. Right, Teophania. I think I should use Finest Air. Let's see, who needs health? Idira has lost a little bit of health, but not enough that I'm worried. I think I am going to Voice of Command Heinrichs. And then I am going to Finest Hour Heinrichs. Heinrichs is just going to strike.
Let's see to it. Nothing stands against me.
Strike.
I won't object to that.
And with his last two.
Naturally.
Yeah, I had to angle it like that, because if I didn't, I would have the risk of firing a deer. I probably should have fired 2 single shots instead. And now Teophania is free. Now we bring it down
Nothing I can't do.
on Idira. So Idira can Psychic Shriek this guy.
What an unfortunate turn of fate.
Killing him. Is that the fight? That was the fight. I really didn't want to kill these Electro Priests. I was here to make nice with them. Yeah, if only they had given me just a second to say something before attacking. But oh well.
It's about time.
Circular Cogitator. The Electro Priest's hiding place must be nearby. Thank you, Heinrichs. Let's send Pascal up to monkey with that. Machine Alter is operational, but will only respond to a special command that you do not know. Okay, I think I get it. I have to go the other way, and then the other path leads to the password, and then I come back here and use the password on the Circular Cogitator to shut off this force field to progress. Did you loot them? No, they don't seem to be lootable. They're not lighting up when I'm holding the interactable key. Unfortunately.
Nothing shall stand in my way.
You know what? I should save.
The machine gun grants me insight.
Victory awaits! Submit, and you'll die quickly.
Your Emperor won't save you! Doubt is for the weak. The enemies of the Emperor will be undone!
As the Emperor commands, I act. I'll do it.
Wow, that was some terrible shooting.
Death to the weak.
Weapon at the ready.
I know what is to come. On it.
Follow my lead.
Crush the feeble!
Stay vigilant.
her. Use that on
Suits my
her.
purposes.
Because then I can use this on her, give her some temporary hit points. Leaves him with 2, so I could go bring it down. Or I could fire my sniper rifle. I think in this case I'm gonna fire my sniper rifle. Try to get rid of you. Oh well.
The Emperor is on
Here
our
for
side.
now. Word of the Emperor.
But of course, Lord Captain.
But of course, Lord Captain. Donate on Argenta, get her up to full, and then a burst.
I won't object. I'm done with this one.
Yeah, that was worth it. Even if I hit Argenta there, that was worth it. And then Pascal. Up here. HP and Spirit Communion here.
Request approved.
Machine Spirit Banishment on who? Guess on this guy. And then on this Ion Power Axe to the face of this guy.
A tactically sound approach.
And Abelard. Just gonna do a single shot
I will do
here.
my duty.
Then brace for impact. And enjoy. You know what? Might as well
It will
taunt.
be done.
Argenta.
Guided by
To
faith.
here. I think that's. Oh! Didn't see that. I would take an opportunity attack for that. That is on me.
As the Emperor commands, strike is a prayer. Faith without deeds is worthless.
Face without cheese is worthless. Oh wait, that's not what she said. Ow! Oh, 15 damage. Now this is lighting up, so I can't move there without getting fried.
Come at me.
Oh. Oh! So it's just moving at all while in this area. Yikes, okay. Put that on Abelard. Psychic Scream this guy. And end turn. And I can't move because there's electricity. So what I can do is voice of command.
I'll pass.
No, she's still overexerted.
Suits
Right,
my
voice of
purposes.
command you. Get back in the fight, Argenta. And bring it down,
Nothing I
Argenta.
can't do.
Are we gonna die this mission? I don't think so. I think this is still well under control.
As the Emperor commands, none can escape the Emperor's judgment.
Just gonna stay put. Going to Iron Arm Abelard. Going to invigorate Dira. Going to Words of the Emperor.
I won't object to it.
I am going to... yeah, no. Not in range at all. Pascal, he is not in the zone. I'll go up here into cover. Can I do Machine Spirit Banishment? No, it's not in range for that. Can I analyze? Yes. And then I can expose weakness. And then... oh, right! I switched to the plasma pistol. Right. Okay, so plasma pistol. I can do a normal shot. I can do it as an AoE with the same damage, but then it overheats for 2 turns, which I assume means that for 2 turns I can't shoot it. Or I can do extra damage. 75% extra damage that also overheats it for 2 turns. You know what? I like plasma weapons. This seems really cool. Why is there a ghost? Why are there ghosts up here? What is this? Oh, I know what it is. It's because the veil has been pushed this much. There's this much veil degradation. So we're starting to see psychic phenomena. So I need to hold back on the psychic powers a little bit if I don't want weird shit happening. I am just gonna try a regular shot. Nope. Alright. Abelard can't move. He's just going to endure. Turn. Now Argenta can't move, but she can shoot at this bastard. But I think I would rather reload and then do a regular shot. Nope. But now this has ended, so now everyone down here can start moving. So Idira moves up here.
Descend the future on the battlefield.
I think it starts here. Not exactly sure where it starts. I think it starts where the grates are. So it's like these 3 in front and then the ones directly adjacent. I'm not really seeing any lightning arc to these 2 spaces, but I'm playing it safe. That is not gonna be in range at all. No. So I am just going to analyze enemies. And I'm not gonna throw any psychic powers out, so that is gonna be it. Teophania. Move up to here. And I have a sniper rifle. So I should have somewhat better chances. Let's see, 40%. This one won't even tell me a number, so probably nothing. Right, let's try. Missed, alright. Voice of command on Argenta, she is still overexerted. So is he. Use it on Idira for the buff. We use recovery on Idira. Oh, then I don't have enough for bring it down. And I don't want to use Finest Hour yet when this electricity is there, so I can't get closer. I'm gonna save it. Get Heinrichs up into cover. And maybe... what is the range on these things? Siphon Life. 10 cells, and you can also do it as a heroic act. Hold on, what? 6 damage and healing the Psyker for 6 wounds. If he's already at full wounds, heals the Psyker's ally with the lowest wounds. That's amazing. And then drains life from target, dealing 12 damage and healing all the Psyker's allies and the Psyker themselves for 12 wounds. That is insane. I don't think I'm going to be using Daring Breach when I have that. Pop in door. In case I catch any strays. Words of the Emperor is a psychic power, so I shan't use that. Pascal. So I think Pascal should be able to go here without taking damage. No, I'm not confident enough. I am going to wait. Abelard is going to come up here. Up endure. And I probably can't reach. No, out of range. Magenta. Oh, and now the lightning has cleared. The lightning has officially cleared. I can see clearly now the rain has gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. So maybe... So maybe what we do is we run and gun. Get all the way up here. I know I'm not in cover, but that's okay. Then I do firearm mastery. Shoot you. Shoot you. I have one more shot. I can't shoot him. Don't have a line of fire, so another shot into you. There we go, and then we still have 3 action points. Then we send a burst down this way. Oh, that took out his cover. Nice. And then another burst.
Faith without deeds is a prayer.
There we go. I don't think I can use this. Yeah. Don't want that. Dira. There's one thing I wish was in this game. Maybe it's fine for balance that it's not there. I wish I had the option to sprint. So I wish I had the option to sacrifice my action points for extra movement points. For turns when I just want to reposition and don't want to do anything else. I wish that was a thing. Where's this at? 14. So I'm gonna move up here. This is a minor psychic power, right? Yeah. So I am going to use forewarning on Argenta. Making her more protected because she's gonna be attracting this last guy's fire. Yeah, nothing else for her to do. Teophania. Run up here. We almost have enough for another heroic act, but not quite, unfortunately. Voice of command. Argenta. Bring it down. Argenta. Because if I figure this right, I can then dash to here. Surprise, motherfucker!
You'll regret this. Any challenge for me?
Oh, they just got 3 fresh injuries? Oh man, screw this. What do the injuries do again? Remind me. Too many injuries reduce the character's resolve and cause traumas. Okay, how many can you remove with a medkit? Abelard, you have a couple of medkits. Moves 1 fresh injury. How many medkits do I have? I have a lot of medkits. Is he the only one who's equipped with medkits right now? No. Magenta is as well. Okay. So, Babylon.
Spearhead of the Imperium. Whatever
Move
you wish.
over here. Medkit.
This wound will make a fine scar.
Oh, that was a waste. That skull wasn't the one injured, it was Adira.
Thank you.
Then we equip more medkits.
This wound will make a fine scar.
I stand in recognition.
Let me help.
Thank you. Now where were we?
Let's patch you up.
I stand
There
in
we go.
recognition.
Okay. Yes. Send all of that to cargo. Pop all the medkits. Yeah, I feel like it's worth it. Also, I see cargo down here. I want to go grab that. Sacred unguents. Magnus class rechargeable battery. Collection of auto quills. I'll have that.
Do I detect doubt in your voice?
Ooh, another sniper rifle. Don't know who else gets a sniper rifle, but it doesn't hurt to have a spare one, I suppose.
If such is the Emperor's will.
Athletics check, he should be able to handle that. Oh, and that teleported everyone here, including Argenta, for some reason. Inspect the cogitator data. 80%. I think that's my best chance at a logic check. What's his logic? 50. I don't think anyone has more than 50 logic. I don't think anyone has close to 50 logic. Actually, I have 45. Okay. But yeah. Pascal would be so kind. Multitude of symbols carved into the enormous generator. Realize they are the foundational tenets of the Electro-Priest religion. Standing out among them is the triumph of reason over all other facets of human nature. Ooh, an extra plasma pistol and another multi-key. And some good loot. Nice. Now we traverse.
Experience. Nothing matters more.
And then I think we're gonna go... Can we go all of them?
I won't tolerate weakness.
I don't need another sniper rifle, I don't think.
I'm at your service.
Do you require inquisitorial approval?
We are the spearhead of the Imperium.
So all of these guys had flak armor and a sniper rifle. That was kind of a dirty encounter. Here's a long, basically hallway that you can't easily... Oh, ah, fuck.
Just a minor setback.
I clicked just a second too soon. Here's a long, basically hallway that you can't easily traverse because of hazards.
Marching on.
Oh yeah, and there are enemies at the other end with sniper rifles.
Careful now.
I still have a lot of medkits to go, so it's not a big deal.
Nothing's impossible.
These dead heretics are suspiciously different from the others. Symbols on their clothes. Drawn wrongly, and standard issue military uniforms show through the blasphemous tatters. Oh, interesting. Demolition, tech use, Pascal. Just use tech use. I don't want to use any of our multi keys.
Successful.
Extra frag grenades and an extra med kit. Yes. Yes, please.
It's about time.
Lovely jubbly. Bodies of careless cultists have been thoroughly fried by an arc of the motive force. Yeah, I'm thinking don't walk onto this grate. We're walking into combat here. I did see some guys here before. Yeah, I see them there. We're jumping into a fight. I'm gonna save before starting the fight. That seems like a smart thing to do.
Follow my lead.
Oh, cutscene. Oh, they are torturing a tech priest. A crowd of cultists has surrounded a tech priest crucified upon a mechanism. A rhythmic whisper repeated by 100 voices blend into some blasphemous enchantment. Powerful charges of the motive force run through the machine, causing the unfortunate prisoner's body to convulse brutally and forcing woeful cries of pain from his lips. So I'm gonna make a prediction here. We rescue this guy and he gives us the password for the circular cogitator. Is what I'm predicting. Tortured tech priest. The tech priest's hoarse voice echoes under the ceiling. In the clenched claws of stagnation, in the shackles of iteration zero, under the iron wing, let the cycle be discontinued. Pascal's mechadendrites spring into combat mode instantly. A wrathful rattle comes from his vox. I am registering a severe violation of the purity protocol. The blessed Armanat has been captured by heretics and is being tortured. Are you sure he is Armanat? Confirmed. I do not observe his face, but I recognize his words. Let the cycle be discontinued is the blessed Armanat's motto. Let's have a look around. Heretics have taken up positions everywhere, and many more are doubtlessly hidden, hiding in the passages leading out of the hall. For now, they are all focused on the sacrilegious torture of the tech priest and do not notice you. We must save the esteemed tech priest without risking his life. The mechadendrite points to the corpses of heretics lying nearby. We can use the blasphemer's clothing as a disguise. Unrecognized, we can sabotage the power units, overloading them and thus cleansing the hall of heretics. What a brilliant idea, Pascal. It's almost like you have a high logic skill. Let's fucking do it. The lightning discharges have charred the cultists' corpses. Whiffs of smoke rise from their empty eye sockets, whose contents have evaporated. Their clothes, covered in the blood of innocents, are crudely painted over with emblems of the arch-enemy, which exude a repulsive air of soul decay. I shudder with distrust at the mere thought of having to touch clothing adorned with unholy symbols, let alone wear it. This is the first step towards falling, a small compromise with evil that will lead to something greater. Is there truly no other way, rogue trader? The signs of the archenemy are not just painted symbols, but conductors of its will. The words of their prayers, even spoken without faith, their coat of arms, even deceitfully worn, all this increases the presence of the ruinous powers near you and draws their corrupting attention to you. Alright, we have some options. I like that there are two separate heretical options. One is to wear the disguise, and one is to refuse to wear the disguise. I am, however, going for the iconoclast route. What is the essence of your plan? Uttering a litany of actuation for the power units from the Luminodeacon's command throne will direct the motive force created by the blessed reactor into the hall. The distribution servitor is keeping its output within the set parameters, but upon receiving an order to increase it to peak values, it will turn this place into an electric trap. I see. I see. I see. The safety system protecting the hall is controlled from the machine altar, which must be disabled. If all these operations are performed, I can guarantee that not a single blasphemer will survive the Omnissiah's wrath that will be unleashed upon this place. What about us? You do realize this plan sounds like suicide. Sounds similar to a laugh, escapes Pascal's vox. This statement is true. Then what do you propose? To flee? I have tried to employ this behavioral strategy in the past, and it brought my soul no relief. Very well. If it helps save a worthy man, I will put on the cultist robes. I pray that the Omnissiah gives the blessed Amanat enough fortitude. Heretic's garb clings to your skin like a greedy leech. Tingling and foul fever spread over your body, as though these tatters have imbibed the vile contents of their former wearers' souls.
A new challenge for me.
Alright, so we sneak in. Heavy crown of golden neural augmetics rests upon the servitor's head. The crown is bent and broken from ruthless gun butt blows. The pale body is covered in blasphemous inscriptions carved into the withered flesh. I identify this acolyte as a distribution servitor. I am registering upon it traces of sacrilegious violation of the right of operation. The probability of its responsiveness to commands is below average. Alright, let's try to conduct a restart ceremony. Tech use succeeded. For the glory of the Omnissiah, let this machine spirit sleep, that it may awaken and serve again. AKA, let's try turning it off and then back on again. Always the go-to first step in any tech support. Pascal gently touches the servitor's crown, deactivating one of its segments. Let the outer neural connection circuit be plunged into darkness. Another touch and several lights on the crown go out. Let command response hub fall silent. Pascal switches to binary speech, accompanying his every action with a line from a sacred hymn. It is amazing how the reverent awe in the tech priest's voice can be discerned even through this rattling vox. Suddenly, every light on the servitor's crown comes alive. It works? Yeah! Yeah, there, like you say, there's a reason why it is the first go-to. There's no reason to really attempt anything else before attempting a restart. A shower of sparks burst from the augmetics on the servitor's brow, and several black ash-tinted tears run from its empty eye sockets. Ready to serve. Energize the hall's power units to the maximum. It will be done.
None
This
shall
ocular
stand in my
implant was
way.
a worthwhile investment.
Oh yeah, I'll get those goods after I kill all these fuckers. So I also had to do something up here, it seemed. The altar is adorned with gilded skulls. Threads of metal that used to be electus are fused onto the bone. Once majestic, the altar has now been desecrated with blasphemous images of blue-green suns. Some of its levers and buttons have been pried from their sockets, but the mechanism still glorifies the Omnissiah with its operation. And we are about to get ads any moment. So I am going to take this opportunity to do what we call a Lumi walk. Just get up, get away from the screen, stretch my legs, maybe go pee. So don't go anywhere. I will be right back. Alright, we are back.
Mr. Anderson, welcome back. We missed you.
Thank you, Nittler. And hello, Luminoth! Sorry I haven't been chatty. Oh, no worries, man. No worries. Lurkers are always welcome here. Nittler or Zehel, could we please get a shout out for our good friend, the Luminoth? He is an all-round cool guy, an amazing Elden Ring speedrunner, and his channel is one of the friendliest places on all of Twitch, as far as I can tell.
Rip and tear until it is done.
I definitely recommend you go sauce him a follow. I identify this as the safety control altar. For our diversion to succeed, this blessed machine must be executed, and may its spirit forgive us. Alright, we are going to cause the altar to overload. Tech use succeeded. Pascal offers a short binary prayer, then enters command after command to set up a trap for the machine spirit inhabiting the altar. The code born out of the tech priest's tinkering causes the spirit to flutter confusedly in a snare of impossible commands, heat up the altar's circuit boards, and perish forever in the showers of sparks that burst forth from the melting wires. May we be granted the Omnissiah's forgiveness for this act. I am registering a general shutdown of the security system. Now we go over here.
Victory awaits.
Let's go around this way. Of course, you can be shaky for 40k games, but the lore and world building is always on point. I agree. I agree. Another game that has really good like 40k atmosphere is Inquisitor Martyr, which is like a Diablo style game, but I actually don't really like the gameplay in that. I kind of bounced off that. Great atmosphere, didn't like the gameplay. This game, I really enjoy the gameplay. This is 9 out of 10 game for me. Now the Lumina Deacon's command throne. A grim-looking heretic walks up to you resolutely, blocking your path. As he studies your disguise with suspicion, you note that his left eye has 2 conjoined irises, while his right eye has 4. I don't know you. Who are you, and why haven't I met you before? That was the game you were thinking of? That was the exact game you meant. Alright. Well, I am going to use Persuasion, I think, because that's kind of my thing. It's amazing how if you turn an ARPG into a turn-based strategy, it becomes that much better. I don't agree. I generally do like the isometric ARPG genre. I just didn't think Martyr was a very good specimen in that genre. Alright, I'm gonna throw my hands up sheepishly. I'm new! Was sent here to slaughter unbelievers, and I've only just finished. Cultist smiles bloodthirstily. Ah, you're new. That's right. Every newcomer must slit a false believer's throat to prove their loyalty to the edge of daybreak. Did you enjoy it at all? You don't have to answer. I can see that you did. Go ahead, sister. A tech priest corpse, his throat slit, sits upon a splendid command throne laced with finely wrought motive force paths. A contorted expression of righteous anger is frozen on his face. A black blindfold covers his eyes. This is the Lumina Deacon's command throne. This is where the power unit activation and shutdown litanies are recited from. The blessed Lumina Deacon himself has the honor of closing the circuit the motive force flows through. I am going to have Pascal do it, of course. Pascal, kindly sit down on the throne and recite the litany. Pascal freezes, and a quiet whisper comes from his box. Request denied. I am not authorized to sit upon the Lumina Deacon's command throne. Such an act would be considered sacrilege. Well, who else is gonna do it? Pascal, saving the relic and your mentor justifies a minor infraction of the rules. Because I'm not gonna risk my own ass. Persuasion test succeeded. Pascal casts a scrutinizing glance at you, then nods reluctantly. Situation deemed an emergency. I request the Omnisire's forgiveness for the transgression about to be committed. The tech priest's body winces from the motive force discharge, but his vox begins to recite the sacred words of the litany as his fingers activate the command runes with precise, unhurried movements. I am recording a successful activation of the power units. Oh, look at that! And we didn't get electrocuted. Oh, it moved us back. So while he went to do that, the game just assumed that I would move the rest of my party out of range of it. Thanks, game. Thanks for assuming that I would do the very most basic, smart thing to do. I like it when games do that.
We shall prevail.
Just loot. Ritobi pattern lasgun. How does that hold up to a regular lasgun? 5 to 6. So it does more damage. Rate of fire 4. Rate of fire 4. 10 to 20 range, 10-20 range, max ammo. The same, single shot and burst fire. So it's just a last gun that does slightly more damage. So I'm gonna take my regular last guns and move here. And take this and move here. We need to go. Alright, Nittler. Thanks for hanging out. Go have fun. Like it's a personal attack, because you for sure just started blasting. Yeah, I'm trying to be like all clever, talk my way through things, all tactical. That's just the way I want to do things. Right, Pascal. Oh, there's more looting to be done. Oh, this is so good. Yes. Yes, give me all this stuff. Oh, I never checked the store. I will say, even though I sidestep combat when I can be clever about it, I do like the combat in this. It feels tactical, but not too tactical. You know what I mean? It doesn't like constantly get bogged down. It feels like I have some freedom to do stuff. Probably because I'm not playing on a very high difficulty. To be honest, totally new guys here. Everything's fine. Let me close to this consoles. Your new favorite? Hey, if your tongue is smooth enough, might as well use it. Don't think too hard about that statement. That's what she said. That armor. Casing, chest plate. So that would basically take away my dodge. Wait, why is he wearing flak armor? Did everybody revert to their standard armor? No, he's still wearing the chainmail. So is he, okay. Let's see here. That would give me 5% more armor and 2 points of deflection. But it would take my dodge from 45% to 30%. I think that's worth it, actually. That is just worse. That is... No, I don't think anybody is getting the flak armor. Alright, so we got new armor for Abelard. Oh, joyous day. Some more. Let's see what we have here. Some batteries. Right. Let's go have a gap with this guy. In the cycles of the foreordained, there lurks a flaw of worship. The tech priest's body convulses. Pain, plaintive creaks of binary prayers come from his vox. As moments pass, the signal becomes less and less clear, as if something twisted and wrong were being added to it. Pascal studies the tech priest's face carefully. His vox system moans in a tragic vibrato. Subject identified. This is not the blessed Armanat. Stranger, I request your name. How do you know my mentor's motto? Who are you, servant of the Omnisire? The fire of the hearth sends forth sparks. The name of the spark is Abel Hanuman. The tech priest looks over at Pascal. For a brief moment, his speech becomes clear. The echo of my call has reached you. Good. The iteration is at its end. The design fulfilled. What design? Why are you calling yourself by my name? Was it you who summoned me to Rykard Minoris? What for? I categorically demand an answer. Pascal's voice rises to an intimidating howl, but the delirious tech priest does not seem to understand what he is saying. What design? An intention both bold and honorable, to open new gates for the waters of knowledge and comprehension. A plan written so that the righteous may follow, and trust in the great pattern of revelation and uniform progression towards it. Pascal's voice is trembling with elation? Those are his words. I have not heard them in so very long. Ask him about Armanat. You came here because of him, after all. No. The tech priest's weak voice grows stronger. He came because of himself. Myself. To redeem myself. To correct a mistake. Possibly. But how do you... There's a look of gentle condensation in Abel's eyes. Not condescension, not condensation. Sorry. He doesn't have tears in his eyes. There's a look of gentle condescension in Abel's eyes. Strange, given the circumstances. The hubris of the mind spurs him to build monuments to himself. Do not regret, for all is predetermined by the iteration. A devastating coughing fit cuts him off, and you hear a clang of tearing metal from inside his chest. Oh, that sounds painful. You can talk once we get him out of here. A cold premonition breaks the heart. The probabilities are dark and frightening. Brother, I do not wish to gaze into them. We are the flame of knowledge that drives the darkness away. Pascal is quickly inspecting Abel's wounds, paying no mind to the blood and sacred unguent staining his sleeves. His vox rasps soothingly. Do not fear what is to come, brother. We are already here. Let's try examining him. There are deep burns all over his flesh, and the skin around his augmetics is charred. Blasphemous spells have been carved into his sacred iron, forming unholy litanies of scrap code. It is amazing how robust this tech priest's life support systems have proven to be in maintaining the spark of life in his grievously wounded body. Do you know him, Pascal? The subject has not been identified and has no record in my catalogue. Interrogation is impossible due to the subject's evident affective state of clouded consciousness. Right, let's see if we can get him down. As soon as you touch the tech priest's battered flesh, he shifts his gaze to you and says with sudden clarity, Many sparks have gone out, but not all. The electric shepherds are alive, in the darkness. I heard their prayers. Find them, save them. Recite the hymn of contact circuit restoration, so that you may behold what is hidden. Blast of the motive force runs down the tech priest's body, and his face contorts in a mocking grimace. Malformed binary code, repulsively jarring on the ears, pours out of his vox. Information archived to the effect that the circuit restoration hymn is the entrance password to the electro-priest's hiding place. Called it! Pascal responds with the dour rhythms of a containment aria. I note with great sorrow that the cultist's ritual has been partially successful. My tech brother has been tainted by corruption. He is in the grip of a schismatical, an unholy imitation of a machine spirit. I request immediate activation of the Texocism protocol. What is a schismatical? An ugly mockery of a noble machine spirit created by the warp. Sometimes a few lines of despicable scrap code or a small clump of the motive force falls under the archenemy's influence and degenerates into an abomination of this sort, one whose very existence is an insult to the Omnissiah's wisdom. Well, I shall help save him. The possessed man responds with a burst of repulsive laughter. Every now and then a word or two of Gothic finds its way into the binaric obscenities pouring out of his vox in what seems to be the schismatical's tentative forays into a language that is alien to it. His body convulses, his joints twist at unnatural angles with the sound of bursting steel couplings. As the possessed man thrashes about, his eternal augmetics emerge gradually through the hanging tatters of his flesh, as though an iron homunculus hidden inside the tech priest were trying to cast off the meat cocoon it no longer needs. Is this going to be a boss fight? Pascal's mechadendrite extends a thin drilling needle. Sacred unguents glisten on it. A code purification aria is heard as the needle sinks into the possessed tech priest's skull and touches his neural augmetic, forming an electric circuit with it. Extreme strain is visible on his face. Furious litanies pour out of his vox. Result: failure. Requesting assistance. I am going to use tech use. Send a purifying charge of motive force into the possessed man's body. May the machine god heal you. Tech use succeeded. Undaunted, you grab one of the severed cables and press it into the tech priest's body, and a shock of formidable power shakes the possessed man. Machine oil gushes out of his mouth. His vox hisses deafeningly as the flow of the motive force burns the corruption in his sacred iron. The overload destroys some of the circuit boards of his neural augmetics, resets his code, and erases the schismatical from existence. Yay! That's like the Adeptus Mechanicus version of just beat it with a wrench until it works. Just electrocute him until his brain resets. Jesus fucking Christ. The tech priest's eyes roll up and he loses consciousness. Crushed, yet still alive and no longer in the thrall of corruption. With the utmost care, Pascal takes his body down from the mechanism and lays it on the floor. His stirring litanies of gratitude to the Omnissiah echo through the hall. Yay! Rest, tech brother. We will come back for you when we have done our duty to the miraculous fusion reactor. Lord Captain, the Omnissiah commands a pious mind to strive toward uncovering the truth. Therefore, I will not stop until I find my mentor and understand his connection to this servant of the machine god. I request the privilege of joining your retinue as a rightful companion. I can offer to fulfill the duties of an engine seer on your ship in exchange for the right to follow you and conduct my own investigation. Well, one of the reasons I'm stuck in this system is that I need a new chief engine seer for my ship. So that is perfect. Alright. Time for another level up break.
It's about time.
Starting with Lady Teophania. Level 9. So what skill do we want to increase? Commerce or persuasion? I'm already really good at both. What does chat think? Commerce or persuasion? I'm leaning towards persuasion myself. Yeah, I think I'll go persuasion. I think persuasion is often more useful. That's what I'm thinking. I want to also be good at commerce, but I mean, I have 72. That's already pretty good. Next, choose a characteristic. So willpower is currently 40. Fellowship is currently 50. 35 ballistic skill, 40 toughness, 30 weapon skill. I think we're gonna pump even more. Into fellowship. Idira. Gain a skill. You can't gain law warp. Just go here for an overview. So we can't get law warp. Can we get awareness? She is kind of my awareness monkey. And for stats, perception, I'll get willpower. Argenta, get a talent. Whenever it deals damage, the critical damage is increased by +1. Rack and ruin. Nah. Rapid reload. Ooh, you know what? I think I'm gonna get rapid reload. I think a rapid reload is good. Stats. I can't get ballistic skill because I already pumped that. So I think I'm gonna get agility for better dodge. Pasquale is gonna get better at logic, and honestly, already at 45, that's at 55. I am going to bump ballistic skill. Abelard. Ooh, clenched teeth seems good. Defensive maneuvers. Oh, that also seems good. Defensive stance. Charge and slash do not. So if all I've done are charges and slashes, I have 22% more armor? Hardened scars. Riches. Deception. Living shield. Enemies suffer -10 to hit with ranged attacks against the warrior for every... Oh, so he uses enemies for human shields. Got it. Open engagement. Opening strike. Ramming speed. Rigorous training. Rigorous training seems good. Don't think I like any of these. What's a ship thing? No, it's not. Get into cover. Torian voice. No, I think we're gonna go up here to some of the early ones. Yeah, let's do defensive stance. And then we can do 5 points of toughness. It's already at 60. Ability, let's up his strength. And then Heinrichs. Get down to the psychic talents here. think stabilizing factor. Then probably some more willpower. Yeah, get some more willpower. Alright, there we go. Now we can continue. Level 16. So they're all level 10 now. And at level 16 I can choose another archetype. We'll cross that bridge when we burn it. Okay, so now we know the password. And there is nothing... Actually, there is. Okay, so now I'll come here. This force field is gone.
My strikes true against the heretics who've
Now we
encroached
check
upon
out this
these
door.
halls. Let not one villain escape the God Emperor's retribution delivered by our hands.
Just a little prayer from Magenta. Goods, tech use.
This explorator is blessed.
A transuranic charge. Ooh, 27%. 12%, 10%. I have a lot of packages to trade with. Data altar of sacred analysis. What do we have here? The cogitator's green screens light up as you approach it and displays the flashing message. Pilgrim, only the words of the first galvanic hymn will reveal to you the gifts hidden behind the veil of knowledge. Now chant with me. Let us sing this canticle to... Pascal, kindly remind me how this hymn goes. Pascal's vox lets out a noisy groan as if he is clearing his throat, but then stops abruptly. After a brief pause, he averts his gaze and says in a rasping voice, "It is not known to me. Only high-ranking servants at shrines of energetic prosperity are permitted to perform the first galvanic hymn." Blood snorts and struggles to suppress an involuntary smile. "Emperor, help us all. The esteemed Magus has been caught out not knowing a prayer, and now he's floundering like a cadet in an exam. I never thought I'd see the day." Well, I am not even going to try. Because I have a feeling if I mess it up, I'm going to get electrocuted.
None shall stand in my way.
And I know better than to mess around with stuff like that. Dark Impulse 6. Okay, that seems to be their leader. Hello, sir. Dark Impulse 6. A shortish, muscular man wearing the scarlet colors of the priesthood of Mars steps into your path. The wrinkles on his cheeks and forehead point to his propensity for frequent outbursts of fierce anger, but right now he is showing no signs of aggression. Glowing blue patterns of electric tattoos, or electoos, show through his oddly bluish tinted skin. What's the worst that could happen? A lot of things. I mean, I might damage something that the Adeptus Mechanicus then demand I pay to fix, and that might hurt my profit margins. We can't have that. That would be terrible. A tight bandage covers the man's eyes, yet he turns his face straight toward you with no hesitation. He has a sharp, screeching voice, not unlike a bird's cawing. "May the charge of the Omnissiah's mercy persist in the hands of the faithful. May the motive force persist in their batteries." Another blind heretic, no. The Emperor protects. The man responds curtly, as if giving him a military command. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. The hallowed electrodynamic cenobium receives you, pilgrim. I am Da Impulse 6, a servant of the motive force and the praetor electroid of this sacred monastery. Ooh, he bows. Pascal bows down humbly before the man. A trill of binary signals come from his vox, to which the praetor responds with a solemn gesture of blessing. Pascal turns to you and says, "The rank of praetor electroid is a sign of high standing within the electro-priest fraternity. To have been granted an audience is a great honor. You have the honor of hosting the rogue trader of House von Valancius. I urge you to follow proper etiquette when interacting with the eminent bearer of the sacred warrant. Within these walls, worldly titles are nothing before the motive force. Your deeds, however, speak far louder than titles, for your path here is sprayed with the blood of desecrators." Da Impulse 6. It was to you, was it not, that Logus Abel came, seeking an interpretation of his data trance? Yes, Tech Brother Abel arrived here to engage in a magnetic meditation that would help clarify his visions. Unfortunately, the heretic's machinations prevented us from completing the ritual. The esteemed Logus volunteered his help in defending the monastery, but contact with him was lost soon afterward. Tell me more about Logus Abel. We did not speak much to each other. He preferred to devote his time to solitary reflections in his chapel. The Omnissiah has given Tech Brother Abel a gift of great insight, which allows him to discern each individual facet of existence rather than the overall view. Oh, so he's autistic. This makes his logic different from that of other people. Oh, so he's autistic. His mind has always been able to combine facts and conclusions into harmonious wholes that were nothing short of beautiful. Many among my flock found his sermons poetic. Well, what kind of visions was he receiving? The Omnissiah's revelation was encrypted with great meticulousness, which indicates its great importance. Grasping it fully is beyond my ability, but a single touch was enough for me to realize the enormity of the secret concealed within. Or more exactly, the secret design, which was how Tech Brother Abel referred to it. His mind had discerned in the world around him traces of some grand silence that he wished to comprehend. Well, I have rescued him from the insurgents. I hope the Omnissiah preserves Tech Brother Abel's life, that he may continue to comprehend the mysteries he has tapped into. I have a few questions about this place and the people in it. Truth is like light, and blocking its path is criminal. The Praetor Electroid nods majestically. You are unlike the other members of the Adeptus Mechanicus I have met. Our faith imposes a duty of obedience on us. Every electro-priest is given numerous electus that combine in a blessed Voltageist circuit, allowing feeble flesh to withstand the might of the motive force. That is why our skin glows with its light, and our eyes boil and melt when we are ordained. Ew. The Omnissiah's tears is what we call this phenomenon, the dying away of unworthy flesh. As we shun the layperson's primitive means of looking at the world, we gain the ability to sense the motive force around us with our entire bodies. That sounds cool as hell, but also fucked up. Who are you? The hard-working servants and dwellers of this cenobium, electro-priests of the Adeptus Mechanicus. The Corpuscari did us a great honor by entrusting into our care the sacred relic around which the hallowed electrodynamic cenobium was built. Tell me more about your relic. It would be pointless to describe the miraculous fusion reactor. Only through beholding its ferocious power can one comprehend its blessed essence and fear the might of the Omnissiah. Its core was found 4,000 years ago and delivered to Rykard Minoris by the Holy Warrior of Faith, Lok Impulse I, during one of his campaigns. Its sacred spark has not gone out for an instant, and the walls and power units of this cenobium have been erected around the relic in order to protect it from ignorant laypeople, as well as protect them from its formidable might. Pascal keeps his solemn silence, but the quick clicking of his mechadendrite claws betray his excitement as being so close to the sacred archotic. Well, I understand everything. I am pleased to be the conductor of truth. So why are you calling me a pilgrim? Only those lay people who desire to experience the motive force are allowed to cross this monastery's threshold. All others are profaners and criminals. You do not belong to the fraternity of electro-priests, but your intentions are good. If you were not seeking the Omnissiah's wisdom, then it was the motive force itself that brought you here to find it. Alright, time to get down to it. What happened here, and how did you manage to survive? When the heretics descended in droves upon this cenobium, we gave battle, but the unholy foes buried the Omnissiah's warriors under a mass of their bodies, thus extinguishing the defenders' sparks of purity. It was then that I ordered my few surviving brethren to retreat into the monastery's secret chambers. Upon taking refuge here, we began to destroy the blasphemous intruders in surreptitious ways. Alas, as fiery as my brethren's anger was, I had no right to permit them to die in honest combat, for the task of taking back our abode still lay ahead for us. I must commend the skill with which your secret chambers are concealed. I hear a tinge of wounded pride in Heinrich's words, as if he is upset about failing to discover the Electro-Priest's shelter. Your choice of tactics was wise as well. There was no point losing more lives in the massacre that the cultists wrought. The leader of the heretics fought her way into the ark wherein dwells the miraculous fusion generator. She is trying to desecrate the rite of operation with her unholy litanies, so that the relic may be corrupted and the world of Rykard Minoris may perish in a fount of fire. But my brethren, in their magnetic meditation, are hampering her efforts by chanting access request prayers in unison, thereby suppressing the commands that the blasphemers enter. Excuse me, I don't know a lot about hacking, but to me that sounds like they are blocking her access requests with a DDoS attack. The Praetor Electroid nods towards his entranced comrades. This holy place will be protected against sacrilegious practices, I swear it. In the monastery, I was attacked by people who looked like electro-priests. That is a lamentable mistake. We knew of no help that was on its way and were not expecting to encounter any allies in the monastery's chambers. But I see that you are alive, and I mourn the senseless deaths of my brethren. I wonder if you would have so touchingly mourned the Lord Captain's death, or if such sentiments would have only been awoken by the sound of our void ship delivering a punitive strike from orbit. Now, Abelard, we're trying to make nice with the machine cultists. My enforcers and the governor's guards can help you reclaim the monastery. I cannot allow this. Lay people are forbidden from visiting the monastery, and only a select few are allowed to behold the Ark and the relic within. You and your retinue are pilgrims of a special status bestowed by the Emperor. However, should any soldier unblessed by the Omnissiah cross this monastery's threshold, I will deem them a heretic and have them put to death! Confirmed. The presence of lay people on monastery grounds without the Praetor Electroid's blessing will be regarded as a sacrilegious violation of the holy rite of operation. Heinrich opens his mouth for a second to say something, but changes his mind and quietly clears his throat instead. Sure, better to die protecting their lumens and coils than to accept help from unworthies. And we're left to deal with the mess as usual. Alright. Say nothing. Praetor Electroid 2 falls sorrowfully silent. I wish to get to the holy reactor. The Ark is hidden from pilgrims' eyes, but considering the extraordinary circumstances of your visit to this monastery, I grant you that right. The hall that leads to the High Reliquary has been barred by the enemy, but I will open a secret path for you. Enter the Ark and experience the motive force, pilgrim. We will pray to the security systems that they may refrain from punishing you for your intrusion. For the Omnissiah. How is the trade of scoundrelly people going? It is going, Aurelia. Hello and welcome. We are currently helping the Adeptus Mechanicus take back one of their monasteries. May the charge of the Omnissiah's grace persist in the batteries of the faithful.
Victory awaits.
Provides an additional opportunity to call out a machine spirit and interact with a device. Ooh. Very nice. And then some hermetic fusion. Plasma shock generator. Hallowed targeting cogitator. The machine spirit provides. That's where I came from. Alright, onwards we go. Into the bowels of the monastery. This game is really cool. I am really enjoying it. I am enjoying the hell out of it. You're gonna have to get this? You think you might stream it, Lumi? Or are you just gonna play it off stream for yourself? Look at this. Oh, and there is Aurora. No shot she's alone. The face of the woman who stands before you is hidden behind a grotesque barred mask, yet the voice pouring out beneath it belongs to someone else. It is the husky, somber bass of a void wolf, a border of ships. How predictable your path is, how static. All the possible deaths you have skirted, only to perish here in the fiery tempest that will mark the final dawn. The woman turns her mask to Pascal and gloats. You have arrived just in time, little cog. The schismaticals use your regalia like a mask to subdue the reactor. Pascal's voice rasps musingly. A cog. I cannot comprehend why apostates try to insult me by comparing me to the sacred symbol of our faith. It is irrational. His visor lights up like a crimson herald of bloodshed, and his drilling mechadendrite whirs viciously as it readies to strike. The sacred cog grinds all corruption to dust. From the dust, I will build order. Silence, heretic! Your crazed preaching will not touch my mind. Do you cling to your blindness so desperately? Do you think it will protect you from the blinding radiance of the truth? The woman's voice breaks and shifts to a different pitch and timbre. A martyr's voice, young, fervent, and in pain. Time has all but run out. I can hear the fist of the future knocking on the door of the present. Choose quickly what you want to be when it walks in. A blind slave to what is gone, a faithful servant of what is to come, or a corpse. I would take some time to wrest from you the details of the future that the cult prophesies. Hopefully, when we're done, what's left of you will still be capable of coherent speech. What you'll be is a living torch, blazing for his glory. Argenta's voice burns with pure hatred and trembles with impatience to make the promise come true. Oh my god, if I was heretical enough, I would have a different option? Interesting. That's cool. That alone kind of makes me want to do a heretical playthrough at some point. Your people wanted my head. Why? Brother Twilight, known to you as Kunrad, marked you as a target. Your foiling of his plans sealed your death warrant. It is now a predestined certainty that changes can no longer affect. And who are you? My name is known to you. I am Aurora, servant of Uralon the Cruel, and the spark of the final dawn that is destined to set Rykard Minoris ablaze. I don't recognize this name. I think this might be my first time hearing Uralon the Cruel. A great path for one who was born into the Imperium's bondage, but shunned her predestination in favor of the changes promised by the Edge of Daybreak. Whose servant are you? Is Uralon a demon, or just another heretic? Resounding laughter comes from behind the mask. Your flippancy is so amusing. Why, you have no inkling to the chasm that separates us. He is a prophet who foresaw our impending doom and who graciously bestowed upon us the right to choose a different path. He is a shard of ancient wisdom from a time before we were slaves to a bitter predestination. Sounds like a demon to me. Rogue Trader, I can't wait to close this creature's mouth with the seal of death. Or are you saving this glorious deed for yourself? Yeah, but I want to learn as much as I can about what's going on, Argenta. So what is this final dawn? Salvation from a death whose name is yet unknown, but whose approach is sensed by many. Soon it will claim every inhabitant of the Coronis expanse. Do you think anyone will come to our aid when cataclysms shake our homes and planet-wide genocides are unleashed? Will the Emperor help? Or the idol of iron they call the Omnissiah? No. We will die alone and abandoned. Only one deity is promising salvation, the Edge of Daybreak. Mercy and salvation will come to all who believe in him and purify their souls in the light of the final dawn. Alright, I think that's enough heretical talk. Conversations about truth always frighten ignorant minds. Enough. I will rid Rykard Minoris of your tyranny. Sounds a lot like heresy. Oh, yes. Woman's voice becomes thin and brittle, like that of an innocent child. Execute them in the name of the Edge of Daybreak! The electro-priests rip their hands off the command panels, rending their flesh on the stakes that pierce them. As their schismatical controlled bodies are imbued with the motive force's radiance, all the unfortunates can do is scream in horror and plead for a swift death. Aurora begins muttering an unholy litany in broken Gothic. Willpower test succeeded. You cannot make out her blasphemous words, but the name the heretic keeps repeating, the Edge of Daybreak, digs into your hearing like a blade into defenseless flesh. Its sound is almost physically painful. It spawns strange and impossible phantoms in your mind. However, you manage to muster your strength and banish it from your mind. Okay, get into position. Okay, she is there. What do we have here? Some cultists. Oh, this is a big fight. Electro Priest, some cultists, another Electro Priest, another, I think that's 3, 4 so far. It looks like she's shielded. Okay. Genta, you can go here. You can go here. You can go here. No, you can't. You can go here. You can go here. Dira, you can go here. And I can go back here with my sniper rifle. Round until the reactor explodes too. Okay, what do I need to do? Like, I have 2 rounds, but I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do. She looks shielded. I'm gonna look it up. I don't want to waste my time fucking around and dying just because the game doesn't tell me what I need to do. Okay, I have to kill the Electro Priests. Okay, so I have to kill off the Electro Priests before the timer runs out. Okay, so where are they? There's one here. There's one here. There's one here. There's gonna be one here, right? And then there's one here. There's one here, and I can go around here. So I think I have to split up into 2 kill teams. But it also means I have to advance. I can't just passively sit back. So Idira moves here to cover. Puts forewarning on herself. I'm gonna shoot my staff. That's 2, so I have 1 left. I'm going to blind this gunner. That is a major Seiki power. Okay.
On it.
Oh, right. He doesn't take electric damage because he's an Electro Priest. Oh, that was stupid of me. Should have just focused on the cultists. Move up here to take out the Electro Priest. Okay, we have ads coming. So, we're gonna pause here, take a quick break, and then in a few minutes we will be back to do this fight. So don't go anywhere, I will be right back. kill the music. Ads are still going for another minute or so, so I am just going to take that time to eat a pear. Because I felt like I needed a snack. So how's everybody's week been? Anyone get up to anything interesting? Eating a what? A pear. Fan of light. Also welcome. I'm sorry to hear it was cancelled, Aurelia. Is that like the highlight of your week? Going to that? Something you look forward to every week? Alright. So strike. Should have gone here and swiped. Man, so many rookie mistakes. Gonna ion arm myself. To invigorate yet. I'm gonna endure. I'm gonna word of the Emperor.
Let's see to it.
And then slash.
For the throne's glory.
Right now, yes, 24-hour multiplayer server in the spaceship game. Right now, that is the highlight. Well, it's good to have something to look forward to. Okay. Nice friendly fire.
Explorers know one route. Forward. Request approved.
God damn it. I missed. Put serve me on Argenta, but I don't think I can get her into a position. I'm gonna save. I'm going to use voice of command on Argenta. You know what? I might as no. I think I'm going to use my special shot.
Suits my purposes.
Some damage to. Oh my god! I mean, I'm definitely gonna lose if I just miss every shot. Thought you were eating something healthier but less tasty, like a carrot? Nah. A pear is plenty tasty for me, or plenty healthy for me. Curious Recital, of course. Slaughter is not on deck yet.
I'll do it.
Pop run gun. Actually going to use it to move here. And then do another burst here.
Faith without
Out of my way! Focus. Focus.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Victory is imminent.
This game wasn't turn-based the last time you saw me play? Oh, it was. That must have been a different game. Save that.
Indeed. I will do my duty.
Oh, they do fight back. I was curious if they were going to do that at all.
The pain.
Oh yeah, shoot the tech priest. Alright, that's the first tech priest dead. And when an electro priest dies, I get an extra turn added to the countdown. I wish you could get to here to get to cover, but I guess not. Move to here. I could help kill the tech priest, or I could lightning arc here and hopefully get rid of these guys. Yes, I think that was worth it. And then put that on him. I put expose weakness on the electro priest. No, Heinrichs. I can move, but it's going to provoke opportunity attacks, so I'm not going to. I'm going to pop Daring Breach.
Naturally, be gone. Everyone, step aside.
Oh, I walked too close. Now I can't charge. Oh, I'm a fool. I should have walked one further away so I could charge. That was stupid. So instead,
Let's see to it. Nothing stands against me.
do that just to get a little bit of damage in, but that was dumb. Daring Breach is like an ultimate. Love it. I mean, yeah, that's what heroic moments or whatever they're called. That's basically what they are. They're ultimates. This guy's gonna move here. This guy. Nice. What else? Actually, I should probably have analyzed him first. Oh, that did shock damage? Oh, that does 1 damage. Targets with the reject flesh feature suffers 25 shock damage. Oh. That'll teach me for not remembering my abilities.
Request approved.
Alright, use joint analysis. Now Teophania. I move to here. And she is going to see voice of command.
I don't have time
Genta, no.
Nothing
Voice of
I
command
can't do.
Avalon. Bring it down. Magenta. Argenta is going to dash.
This is unacceptable. I refuse.
She can't
I'll do it.
dash. She can dash here. Great. Not ideal, but I'll take it. Then shoot this guy. And then rapid reload. And then Teophania hopefully finishes him off.
Not a problem.
Now it's actually Argenta's turn.
God Emperor, move through
Still
me.
here.
Be the fire in my heart. As the Emperor commands, I act.
There we go.
Injured. I'm enraged.
Avalanche.
Follow my lead.
Here. Activate Endure. Can he charge Attack Priest? No. So we charge this guy.
I took care of this one.
We take care of him. Then we taunt the Electro Priest.
Endure.
Chaos guides me.
What the fuck was that spread? Okay. Moves up here. Okay, so I'm gonna Psychic Shriek. So if I first analyze
Was that you? Or
and then Psychic Shriek
unfortunate turn of fate.
kills him. Gunner was leaving. That Gunner was doing something wild, just all over the place. I don't think I'm in range. I am in range to blind this guy. Let's blind this guy. Make him a little less of a threat. Heinrichs. Can't do Daring Breach because we already did that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go up to here. Gonna pop Endure.
Object to it.
And then we're gonna see. Can't charge him. Can't charge him. Okay, I'm just gonna charge to here.
It's glory.
And then
But of course, your
chop him.
reckoning
Didn't need to blind him then, but oh well. In good position for next turn. Excuse me? Okay, I was not prepared for that. That is 2, so I have so analyze enemies. I'm going to expose weakness. I'm going to extra damage, plasma overcharge. And then that's 2. Done. Teophania's stuck with this guy. Actually, it seems like... Yes, it doesn't count if it's diagonal. Alright, so how does this work again? And 1 time additional 10 momentum. Honestly, I think it might be finest hour time. Can I voice of command Abalon? I don't think I can.
I'll pass.
No, he's overexerted. You know what? I'm gonna finest hour him anyway.
Bring glory to my bloodline.
Babylon. Gonna go here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones. At your back and target well struck.
And then with my last 2 action points, I'm gonna quickly switch. Ah, we missed.
It will be done.
That one hit though. Teophania still has 4 action points left. Alright, I'm going to bring it down on Argenta. And Argenta is going to fire a burst into this motherfucker. Get rid of him. And then dash up here. Teophania, 2 action points left. Get back in the fight to Argenta to heal her a little bit. And then hopefully finish off this guy. Beautiful. Now Argenta. Run and gun. Just get as close as possible.
I will bathe this battlefield in righteous fury. I'll do it.
Damn it. Do another then. That's him dead. That is her turn done.
My place is at the fort.
Up here. Can't charge anything. You can charge to here. Gonna do that. Charge to here, and then fire a burst on my auto pistol. There we go. Ice crystals appear in the air. Wonder what that could mean. Analyze enemies. It now has 3 exploits on it. I think it's better to trigger the exploits. Yeah, I think it's better to trigger the exploits than it is to use exposed weakness right now. So we're just going to do... You know what? I'm going to blind it.
Will do.
Yeah, it's blinded. That's going to help a lot. I'm going to do this. Then I probably need to cool it with psychic powers a little bit from here on out. So do I want to keep fighting this Chaos Spawn? Or do I want to get stuck in with this Electro Priest? Let's see.
I won't object.
Either way, we're definitely going to do that. Can I get myself an Adira? Yes. Rid of the Emperor buff. And I think we're going to go for the Electro Priest just because I can charge the Electro Priest and then hit it.
I won't object to it.
Oh no, that took my attack. Okay. Well, you know what? Fair enough. That is completely fair enough. A scowl. Analyze this thing. Then plasma overcharge. Still has 4 exploits on it. So joint analysis. What an unpleasant surprise.
Let's see how they respond to this.
I can see one enemy. I can see this guy. Let's see. Can I voice of command Abelard? He's out of range.
All too easy.
Voice of command Teophania. Get back in the fight, Teophania. Then
nothing I can't do.
Bring it down on Abelard, letting him charge the Electro Priest. Oh, I forgot to switch his weapons again. Oh, I'm such a fool. That's the second time. That is just not good enough.
Rejoice in battle. Doubt is for the faith without deeds is worthless.
And revel in slaughter. Parry, but no riposte. I think it's time Abelard popped Daring Breach.
Exemplary strike.
Shield Bash finished him off.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time. Indeed. I took care of this one.
We go. Oh my god, I can go all the way to here? Let's fucking go. Don't think that gives me line of fire on anyone.
That's not the senator's
no
job.
line of sight.
I'm not interested.
No line of sight. Okay. That is as good as I can do it.
Back and call.
Still pretty good. Yes, shoot the Chaos Spawn. Please, keep shooting the Chaos Spawn.
Cover me.
Analyze this
But
thing.
of course.
Now has 6. So I think we just switch and fire a pistol burst. That might hit Heinrichs though, but I think he can take it.
Will do.
Or you know, they just all go into the Chaos Spawn. Beautiful. Does he still have any... Still has 2 exploits on him. Good. I have 1 point left. I'm not gonna do... You know what? It's only 1 to reload. Let's reload. Now Heinrichs wishes he could pop Daring Breach, but he can't. Word of the Emperor.
For
Here.
the throne's glory.
Door, for sure. And then we just whack. Which do we whack? The Electro Priest or the Chaos Spawn? I think the Electro Priest. What is his psi rating? I'm just gonna... Oh, it's here. I see it now. Okay, so he has a psi rating of 0. Okay. So a psi rating of 0. So, but it's still twice his willpower bonus, which is 5, so that would be a 10 extra damage. So let's do that. There we go. Very close. This one's gonna chew on him a little bit. And then Pascal is going to go up. Go up and power axe the Chaos Spawn. But before I do so, I'm gonna analyze it. Sweep, brutal strike. It should now be bleeding as well. If it can even bleed, I'm not sure. Last point, joint analysis again. Teophania. Again, this is where I wish I had the option to just run and forego my my action points, but since I can't, do that, then I only have one left. Begin the fight to Teophania, heal her for 2. It's something. Oh, I can't get through here. I have to go around the other way. Good to know. I think I'm gonna run and gun, even though I won't get to gun, but just to run farther, get closer. She's already reloaded. I think I'm gonna make it. All right, Abelard.
A tactically sound approach.
Here, pop Endure. And charge the Electro Priest. Killing the Electro Priest. And then taunt the Chaos Spawn. And then perhaps Idira will finish off the Chaos Spawn. Here, analyze enemy, and I believe the sword does better damage
On it.
than the staff. And Heinrichs. Honestly, endure. And then just finish off the Chaos Spawn.
Let's see to it. I'm done with this one.
Enough! Now an aged, rattling voice speaks to you from behind the blood-stained mask. You are powerless to halt the approach of what is to come. I see a crimson trail leading humanity to its doom. I see the glow of the final dawn, and that means existence has made its choice. A dagger flashes in Aurora's hands. She drives it into the control panel with all her strength. Now you will see it too. Crimson Trail. Oh, the Cicatrix Maledictum. I see. Oh, she got electrocuted. A blinding voltaic arc burst forth from the broken control panel and strikes at Aurora's uncanny mask. Its metal heats up, smoke billows through the bars. With a howl, the cultist collapses. The light is gone. Was that it? The final dawn? But why was it so different from what our teacher promised? Aurora shakes her head blindly. Her voice is now the voice of an ordinary middle-aged woman, frightened and in pain. You'll pay for this. You will. You... The woman's body goes limp and collapses to the floor. Her iron mask hits the ground with a dull thud. Pascal examines the corpse with contempt, then concludes dryly. Confirming purgation and termination. Heinrichs grimaces in disgust. The heretic took her secrets with her. Pity. Heinrichs approaches Aurora's body and leans over. A minute, please, Teophania. I need no more than a minute. I will inspect the control panel damaged by Aurora. Lorzinos test succeeded. The cogitator is probably well beyond repair, but your attention is drawn away from the sacred machine and towards the dagger sticking out of the control panel. On closer inspection, it turns out to be the lavishly decorated handguard of a sword whose blade has been pried out. Its pommel is decorated with a strange adornment resembling an eye covered by a scaled lid. What remains of the blade has a blue sheen to it, the same tint as Kunrad's weapon during the mutiny on your void ship. The plot thickens. It is no human-made object. It was grown from wraithbone, a material favored by the Eldari. As you lean over the shard, you suddenly hear a multitude of voices. They blend together, and individual words are distorted, as though they are mocking your attempt to grasp their meaning. Hey, that's actually kind of close to the voices I hear in real life. The nagging whisper is like the burning red scratch of an unholy claw upon your mind. Ooh. I am so tempted to take the handguard because I already have a shard of the blade. I'm starting to feel like maybe throughout the game I can assemble myself a psychic weapon. And here's the thing. Normally I would go for the iconoclast. I did say I would go iconoclast primarily, heretical secondarily. But toss the shard into the depths of the reactor. That actually sounds like a really bad idea to me. Why would you want that? Sure, the reactor might just obliterate it and it won't be a problem anymore. What if it doesn't? And you've just infected some kind of Eldar Psycho bullshit into the reactor. So I'm gonna take it. When you touch the abomination, the whispers in your ears become louder and more bloodthirsty. You pocket the trophy surreptitiously just before the interrogator appears at your shoulder. Items received: Mysterious Sword Handguard, +3 heretical. Heinrichs gives you an appraising look, then shifts his gaze to the cogitator's control panel. An impressive blow! I suppose whatever she used to breach the frame was melted by the impact of the motive force. Rogue Trader, on behalf of the Holy Orders, I thank you for your cooperation and release you from requisition. From this moment on, I am at your service. I am ready to come aboard your ship and head for Footfall as soon as you deem it possible. That is, if you do not have other business in this system, in which case I am prepared to assist you in its prompt resolution. Alright, let's remove Aurora's mask. The iron helmet is firmly attached to the heretic's flesh. Her face is impossible to make out in the darkness behind the bars of her mask, but after peering at it for a little longer than necessary, you wonder if, for a moment, you saw something move. Alright, Pascal, let's finish the cleansing of the monastery. Executing. Let the Omnissiah-given motive force flow, and all obstacles in its path be eradicated. Yay! A glorious victory! And now for the most important part, to give the room a once-over and look for loot.
I'll lay claim to the stars.
I'll lay claim to the stars. Oh, did it not? There we are. Oh. After I've done some more of this game and now I understand how trading works, I am a lot more excited to pick up loot. Because now I know how it works, what it's supposed to do. So all the stuff that's going to cargo, I am actually very happy with that.
It's about time.
These are just armored body gloves, yeah. And these are all sniper rifles? No, they're more Ritobi pads and las guns. I already have 2 of those, so this is fine. This is fine. Lovely, lovely.
None shall stand in
I'm surprised there are no goods in here. That it's all just the loot from the enemies. Alright, let's go talk to our hosts. So this is still closed. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. The hallowed electrodynamic Cenobium greets its savior. Hello, Dar Impulse. May the charge of the Omnissiah's grace persist in the batteries of the faithful. I guess we're done. I guess we're just heading back to the ship. We resolved Pascal's quest, which means he will now function as our engine seer, and we found the interrogator. So that is, I think, really good progress. But I also think that means we're actually done here. So let's head back to the ship. And then probably call it a night. And then next time, I will make the decision whether we go to the prison or we go to the place where the navigators are. I don't know, I think it was like a fortress, I'm not sure. Hello, wardens. Alright, back to the void ship. But yeah, I'm just gonna go to my ship, and then on the bridge, I'm gonna try talking to Heinrichs. See what else he has to say. Oh!
Rogue Trader. I was somewhat brusque at our first meeting, and I would like to make up for it by expressing my thanks for your assistance in the electrodynamic Cenobium. Your arrival could not have come at a better time. Unfortunately, my personal investigation has hit a dead end. I think I will have to call upon outside resources to continue the search.
That is a shame.
My missions do not always end in success. Unfortunately. There is one more thing. The Lord Inquisitor gave me this item some time ago. He must have thought it likely that I would find myself aboard this vessel sooner than he. I was instructed to deliver this device to Lady Theodora. However, given recent events, I believe I ought to present it to you. This is an elucidator, a sacred machine capable of translating the languages of remote and lost worlds into Low Gothic. It can even process Xenos languages to a certain degree. Not without infelicities, but possibly well.
Thank you. The Inquisition's generosity is greatly appreciated.
May the elucidator serve House von Valancius as faithfully as it has served the acolytes of the Holy Ordos up to now.
Perception test succeeded. Heinrich cuts you a glance, one which you suddenly realize is charged with a strange, almost personal interest, before deferentially averting his gaze.
Apologies in advance if I unknowingly violate the protocol for conversing with someone of your elevated status. I think a slip in composure is to be expected when one is hosted personally in the Lord Captain's study.
Conversing with you is no less disconcerting for me, Master Van Callux.
After serving in the Holy Ordos all these years, I'm used to people being wary of me.
Ooh, do I try to seduce the interrogator? That might be very handy. You misunderstand me. I'm not unnerved by your status, but by you personally.
You have no reason to be.
Why don't you sit down? I would be pleased to devote more time to your visit.
There is no need. Under different circumstances, I would welcome the chance to speak with you at greater length, but your subjects await. Thank you for your time. Please consider me at your complete disposal while I am aboard your vessel.
Congratulations on the victory, your ladyship. The entire vessel was impatiently awaiting the news of your expedition's success. The rumors about you not simply saving the tech priest's monastery, but actually eliminating the source of the mutiny are spreading like wildfire. The Vox transmissions from across the world speak of nothing else. Governor Medine is waiting for you in the command center to discuss matters, but I ask you to delay the visit and turn your gaze to the Navis Nobilite station instead. We are in desperate need of a new navigator, but all our communication requests are still being ignored. I do not see how anything other than a personal visit from a woman of your stature can convince the representatives of the Navis Nobilite to break their silence. Yo, Payman, welcome! Okay. So we can go talk to the governor now that we've cleaned up his mess. Or we can go visit the Navis Nobilite station. I worry that by keeping these sword pieces, I am making a terrible mistake. But you know what? I think that terrible mistake might make for a good story and a fun game. So fuck it, we ball. The vessel stands ready, Lord Captain. I've talked to everyone else. I don't think Actually, Pascal might have new things to say. So we're going to talk to Heinrichs and we're going to talk to Pascal before we end. No risk, no reward? Yes, indeed. Heinrichs looks at you intently, his head tilted. I know nothing about you, Heinrichs. Could you tell me a little about yourself?
I'm usually the one interested in the pasts of those around me, not the reverse. I come from a night world, Guizorn 3. I belong to a branch of one of the noble houses until my exceptional abilities were discovered. After that, I was sent on a black ship to Holy Terra, where I was trained and I began my service for the glory of the Imperium.
Do you remember your home planet?
I do, but I have no ties to my homeworld now. None except my first name. I left Guizorn 3 when I was still a child. My family disowned me, stripping me of my family name. I was given a new one by those who trained me. Even for a noble, being branded a psyker is a mark of eternal shame. I experienced that firsthand before I was put on the black ship.
And how did you discover your abilities?
Like many psykers unaware of their curse, I found out when a strong emotional reaction triggered an involuntary response. My great aunt had a pet grink. One day, it bit me, and I boiled it from inside out. And when my great aunt slapped me for what I'd done, I boiled her too.
Ooh. Sorcerer's powers are truly dangerous. I hope you've mastered your abilities since then.
When I arrived on Holy Terra and was tested, I was found to be suitable material for becoming a sanctioned psyker, able to bend his curse to his own will. I can assure you that the adepts of the Astra Telepathica were right in their assessment.
Alright, tell me about the black ship.
Picture a vast prison ship, filled with frightened, angry psykers.
Oh, that sounds terrifying.
Abilities and who have just lost their homes and their families. Some of them were children and adolescents like I was. Some were monstrous creatures who no longer had the right to be called human, or psychopaths who reveled in their impure powers. Once, when one of the miscreants broke free, those in command simply depressurized the bay and got rid of the culprit, along with the prisoners and crew tainted by him. But even after that, I heard the echo of inhuman suffering and terror that filled that part of the ship. It grieves me to recall that episode to this day.
Ooh. You were sent to the Inquisition straight after your training then?
No. First, I was accorded the status of a psyker fit for service in the Imperial Guard, where I then spent several years. It was only afterward that I became an agent of the Golden Throne.
Character's voice actor sounds familiar. I mean, he's a voice actor. You've probably heard him in something else. I don't know who it is, but this game is quite well voice acted, so I'm assuming everyone who does a voice in this game is an actual professional voice actor. Not like in the 90s where most of the voice acting was them just going around the studio with a mic. How long have you served in the Inquisition?
Since the day of my initiation as an acolyte. So, decades. How many real years it's been, it's hard to say. When I return from a journey through the warp, I often discover that much more or much less time has passed in real space.
You visited many worlds during your service, I'll wager.
Indeed. I have visited many of the places brought to the Emperor's light, and those sullied by the filth of the archenemy. In truth, even after all these years spent visiting the various corners of the Imperium and looking beyond its borders, I still consider the Segmentum Solar to be the greatest of all humanity's bastions. Nothing compares to the majesty of Holy Terra, the might of Mars, the grandeur of the Segment's other worlds.
What duties have you been carrying out for the Inquisitor?
You can't really be expecting me to answer that question, can you?
Fair enough. For someone who's been in service for decades, you certainly look young.
The first step for biomancers such as myself is to take control of the processes of their own body, including aging. I've endured innumerable hazards in my work. If I allowed every trace of them to remain, I would look completely different today.
Fair enough.
Gladly.
Check it up. You're not the Inquisitor's only acolyte, correct?
Of course not. The Lord Inquisitor's entourage comprises dozens of people. The best of the best. Experts in various fields and disciplines. Some of them I know personally. Others I've never met. To be honest, I'm not even certain that the people I know are still alive. I used to work with other acolytes of the Lord Inquisitor, but in the Coronis Expanse, I've been working alone.
Wandering among the stars without family or friends. Don't you get lonely?
I had never even considered such a thing before you asked. Perhaps I do. Sometimes.
I'm not a bad conversation partner, should you ever want company.
Perhaps. When we both find a suitable time.
If you're an interrogator, does that mean you hold a special position in the retinue?
We are not a retinue. We are acolytes. As for your question, I am closer than anyone else to the one I call my personal teacher. The Lord Inquisitor deemed me worthy of undertaking the most important and sensitive tasks requiring the attention of agents of the Golden Throne.
Bia was also in a Poppy's Playtime clip. Well, there you have it. Are there other acolytes in the Coronis Expanse? Krista narrows his eyes at you and releases a disappointed sigh. After several seconds of silence, you realize you will not be getting an answer. I kind of expected that.
Such as?
What can you do as a psyker?
The Lord Inquisitor was most insistent that I master the discipline of Santic Demonology. I use my faith and my power to crush the enemies of the Imperium. Servants of Chaos tremble at the sound of the Emperor's name, uttered by my lips. I am also a skilled biomancer. I can manipulate bodily processes. Sometimes I resort to those skills in the course of my work, when it is necessary to make the subject of an interrogation more cooperative.
Very well, I must take my leave. Just snooze the ads. Alright, where is Pascal? Pascal is down there. Let's go talk to Pascal, and then that is going to... Oh, I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. We're going to talk to Pascal, and then we're going to call it for tonight. We're going to raid out. Oh, Abel is here. The person you saved from the Electro-Priest Monastery, the servant of the Omnissiah who calls himself Abel Hanuman, is staring intently at a cogitator's vid screen. Wires connect the sacred computing machine to augmetics inside the prayerfully bowed heads of murmuring servitors. Abel looks up at you. After a lengthy silence, he looks away and says stiffly, "The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all." How are you feeling, Abel? Tech Priest stares intently at his feet for a while, and then says in a halting voice, "The running of the binary protocols was bogged down and dissolved in false commands. The filter has separated the correct signals from the incorrect. The running has been restored to swiftness." Pascal speaks softly, as though trying to match the inflections of Abel's voice. Tech Brother Abel has passed the diagnostics. The pernicious influence of sacrilegious procedures has been completely eliminated. Statistically, most survivors of a schismatical's infestation are left with severe cognitive impairments. However, Tech Brother Abel's minds, being of a less typical nature, has not been damaged to so great a degree. Why do you and Pascal have the same name? Abel freezes. From his vox synth, barely audible through the static, comes the words, "The naming of the names is not an index to the text. The naming of the names is the text." What? Abel's answers can be enigmatic. His mind works differently from ours. He thinks in harmonic imagery and notices the symmetries and proportional relationships in the world around him. Poetry would be the closest analogy to how he perceives and interacts with reality. Well, do you understand what Abel is referring to? Negative. However, I will hypothesize. Tech Brother Abel is seeking to convey the idea that our matching identifiers are not the key point to some vital data point. They are, in and of themselves, the vital data point. At this stage in my analysis, I can draw no useful conclusions from this proposition. However, the very fact that Tech Brother Abel is trying to hint at something points to him either being better informed than I am, or having conducted a more in-depth analysis of the situation. That is useful information. I never imagined there would be poets among the tech priests. Pascal looks surprised. Why not? Technolingua is rhythmical and possesses a broad semantic scope, and some of its more sonorous dialects lend themselves well to individual and symphonic declamation. Abel, could you please explain what you mean? Abel relaxes a little. His gaze drifts to the side. There is silence. Are we overthinking it? It doesn't matter why your names are the same. What matters is that they are the same. Is that what you mean? Abel looks sideways at you, and at once his transfixed stupor is gone. At this point in time, the cycle has been broken and reshaped into a rising spiral, as Armanet envisioned. On hearing his mentor's name, Pascal lets out a raspy, static-filled sigh. They are connected. My hypothesis regarding Abel's connection to the blessed Armanet has been confirmed. What are you working on? We catch the soul of the light in the solar wind. We look for the footsteps the Omnissiah left when he walked the desert. This is the oneromantic computation procedure. The depersonalized minds of these machine servants are in a data dream, processing enormous arrays of assorted data and aggregating them. Virtually all results of such synthesis are scrap data, but occasionally we have noticed coincidences whose exactness defied logic. Interesting. It is an extremely rare and venerated form of statistical augury. Tech Brother Abel is adept at this form of appealing to the Deus Mechanicus. Most of the runes are devoid of any meaning, but you notice a few among them that combine into formulae and computational graphs. Abel peers at you inquisitively, then shifts his gaze to the vid screen, and you could swear that a smile lights up his face under his respiratory augmetic. A crystal is exquisite in clear water. Deviation from the cycle's trajectory has been increased, as was Armanet's wish. Abel lowers his head, and his voice synthesizer broadcasts a binary hymn you do not recall having heard before. Its sound is full of vibrant energy, and its precise rhythm is nothing short of pleasing to the ear. A rare thing for the language of the Adeptus Mechanicus. Pascal explains with an inexplicable air of pride. Tech Brother Abel has dedicated a lesser aria to you. The piece is distinguished by a high degree of acoustic harmony, is fit for use as a motto, auxiliary identifier, or epitaph. Thank you for the generous gift. The gift is disproportionate, but it does signify a personal affinity. Why do you do it? It is how we execute the quest for knowledge, in the hope that the machine god grants us an epiphany, so that we may discern a logical connection in a mass of abundant data, which will propel our comprehension forward. Very well. Did you hear what Abel said? It seems we have contributed to Armanet's design and deviated from the cycle. What does that mean for you? A low guttural sound rises from the depths of Pascal's vox synth, as though the planet's tectonic plates are shifting and crushing each other. The mighty rumble brings forth words imbued with power. We follow a path charted by a great mind, but that path leads to dark places. The cycle has the advantage of predictability. Abandoning it will plunge the collective into a perilous space of uncertainty, which will inevitably lead to disasters and the risk of universal annihilation. The doctrine of discontinuing the cycle may herald good things to come, or it may be a death sentence. Only the Omnissiah knows all and comprehends all. Others are mere prophets who interpret his wisdom as far as their own comprehension permits. I am no prophet. I will not presume to make pronouncements on the future. No one knows the future. Well, Idira's right over on the other side of the bridge. She does. Every analysis has its margin of error, and horrors lurk in these margins. Okay, that is true. Fair point. I must take my leave. I am glad to see you. Aww. Alright. Awesome. That is going to be it for tonight.